Welcome back to Court TV Live. I'm Julie Grant. Let's go back into the courtroom in the Machete murder trial and hear from one of the case investigators. His name is Michael Pope. This is direct examination, and he's talking about what he uncovered in his search efforts.
Can you tell us, investigator, starting in that northeast designated bedroom area, what you found during the search that you thought, or what was found by you or other investigators during the search that you determined to be important to this investigation?
There was a pair of gray Nike tennis shoes, dark gray sweatpants, and a pair of clear eyeglasses.
Starting with the Nike sneakers that you found down there, where specifically were the sneakers located?
Along the bed, kind of between the wall and the bed.
So a space between the wall and the bed?
Yes, the bed was on the floor, and the shoes were just kind of in that general area.
And what was it about the Nike tennis shoes that led you to believe that they belonged to Dakota Van Patten?
They were consistent with the shoes Dakota was wearing at Quick Star in the surveillance video from that store.
And prior to finding those shoes, had you viewed the Quick Star video?
Yes, and I had a picture a still photo that we took from that video so that we could compare directly to items that we would have found.
And did you have that photo with you?
Yes, I did.
And so as you were going through this residence, were you specifically looking for clothing items that would be consistent with the outfit that the defendant was wearing the night Melody's murder?
Yes.
You also mentioned dark gray sweatpants, is that right?
That's correct.
And what was significant about the dark gray sweatpants that you located?
They were also consistent with the sweatpants or pants being worn by Dakota Van Patten in the surveillance video from Quick Star.
Can you remember specifically where those dark gray sweatpants were located?
On the floor in the bedroom. It's a pretty small room with the bed and a TV standing there. There wasn't a lot of room left.
Did you or another investigator during that search also find a hooded sweatshirt that was consistent to what you saw the defendant wearing in the surveillance videos?
Yes.
And can you recall where that was located?
It was located in a basket near the washer and dryer.
You noted that a clear pair of sunglasses was also found. Can you tell us specifically where that clear pair of eyeglasses was located?
They were located on the floor against the, it was a filing cabinet that had a TV sitting on it. They were leaned up against the filing cabinet.
And so the filing cabinet was being used as like a makeshift TV stand?
That's correct.
And the glasses then were on the floor next to that filing cabinet?
Yes.
In all of the surveillance video that you viewed or observed during your investigation, collected the night that Melody Hoffman was murdered, did you see Dakota Van Patten wearing glasses in any of those videos?
I did not.
When you looked at did you look at his Facebook profile pictures?
I did not.
So, if you didn't see him wearing glasses in any of the surveillance videos, what about the investigation made you think that these clear-framed eyeglasses on the floor were important to your investigation?
We were advised by Melody's mom that she was wearing a clear framed glasses when she left the residence the night she was killed, and they were not recovered at the scene in at Lily Pond.
And when you say the scene at Lily Pond, when they found Melody Hoffman's body at Lily Pond, she did not have glasses on.
That's correct.
Based on what you were able to develop and ascertain as part of your investigation, did you form an opinion that the glasses in Dakota Van Patten's bedroom area belonged to Melody Hoffman?
Yes.
Did Did you believe that they were kept as a souvenir or a trophy?
Objection.
Down in that basement area, did you also locate like a Footlocker?
Yes.
And can you describe for us where in the basement that this Footlocker was located?
At the bottom of the stairs, it was, once you turned and faced like the open area of the basement, it was approximately 3 or 4 steps away from this stairwell at probably a 45-degree angle or so.
Were you guys able to gain entry into Footlocker?
Yes.
And in that Footlocker, did you find items that you thought could potentially be relevant to your investigation?
Yes.
And in that Footlocker, did you find some knives?
Yes.
And at the time that you found those knives, were they photographed?
Yes, they were.
Were they collected?
Yes.
And when you were searching this house, did you know, as part of the investigation, that Melody Hoffman's body had cutting marks on it?
Yes.
Did you know that her body had stabbing injuries to it?
Yes.
Other than that, did you know anything about the cutting objects that had been used to cause those injuries?
No.
At the time that you're searching this house, did you have information that Dakota Van Patten and Logan Kimpton and McKinley Louisma had been at Walmart the night of the murder purchasing machetes?
Yes.
And so during your search, were you looking for machetes and other cutting objects?
Yes.
Later, or during the investigation, did you get more specific information regarding the types of weapons that were used?
I know the police department did, but I did not review any of that documentation.
When those when those knives were collected, were they ultimately turned in as evidence as part of this case?
Yes.
And did yourself or other investigators make a determination based on the knives and things that were collected, what would be sent to the lab and tested?
Yes.
And did you have, or do you personally have information that the knives that were collected at Dakota Van Patten's residence specifically were not determined to have been used in the murder?
Yeah, they were not sent to the lab for any further testing because we didn't believe that they were ultimately used in the commission of her death.
Let's hit pause on the testimony from the case investigator. We'll hear more from him on the other side of the break. We thank you for watching the Machete murder plot trial with us here on Court TV Live. 8.5 months pregnant, a young mother found brutally murdered.
To lose a child, there's no words for it.
Now, the victim's boyfriend, a married father of 4.
Guilty of first-degree murder in the death of his mistress, as well as their unborn child.
That's one of the things that struck me. He was not remorseful.
Court TV takes you inside the South Florida courtroom
Where jurors will decide if he will be put to death.
The pregnant mistress murder trial penalty phase begins Wednesday morning, only on Court TV.
Welcome back to Court TV Live. I'm Julie Grant. We're going to take you back into the Machete murder trial plot in just a moment. But first, an update for you on another big case that we're covering. Sean Diddy Combs is approaching sentencing in his federal case. And on Monday, his attorneys asked the court to sentence him to no more than 14 months in prison. Sentencing date is set for October the 3rd. Now, 14 months in prison is actually almost the amount of time that Sean Combs has already served. We know the judge has refused to give him any bail in this case, so he's been still sitting behind bars since he was only convicted on 2 of the least serious charges on the indictment in July, the prostitution charges. Now, the federal prosecutors have said that they're going to be asking for Combs to serve substantially longer than 4 to 5 years in prison. That was what they originally proposed. Again, October 3rd is his sentencing date. Court TV will be there and we'll report any more updates we get before it happens. Right now, let's return back to the Machete murder trial plot. We've got Michael Pope, an investigator on the case, still on direct.
Knives found in the Footlocker in the basement. Was there also a machete that was found in this residence?
Yes.
And can you tell us where that machete was located?
Under the bed in Dustin and Kendra's bedroom.
And so in the brother's bedroom under the bed?
That's correct.
And was anyone able to confirm or, I guess, deny? Was there ever specific evidence that that machete had been used in any way?
No, there was not.
But you have collected and photographed to know that?
That's correct.
Was there also a deep freezer type of appliance in that basement area?
Yes.
And what, if anything, did you find in that deep freezer?
A white-handled serrated knife had a pretty long blade on it.
And what's a serrated knife?
Essentially, it has bumps. It's not smooth across the bottom.
So the blade itself more like a steak knife opposed to a smooth edged blade?
Yes.
And was that collected as well?
Yes, it was.
And similarly to the results from the machete or not sending it to the lab like some of the other knives, were you, you don't have any information that that knife was used in Melody's murder either?
That's correct.
Did you collect knives from any other areas or locations in the house, like the kitchen?
No.
Okay, and so if you were looking for cutting objects and knives, why not collect the knives from the kitchen area?
I collected knives that were in the area or close by to where Dakota was sleeping and other evidence items were found.
Okay, and so but the machete wasn't collected from there. Why collect that machete if it wasn't in Dakota's living space?
Because we knew that, or we believed the machete was involved, as we purchased machetes from Armour.
So if you didn't have knowledge that the defendant and friends were in possession of the machete, that would have been less important to you since it was in their bedroom?
Yes.
That sweatshirt that was collected, can you recall what color it was?
It was a dark green.
And the brand?
Under Armour?
Do you remember, as we sit here today, that there was a decal on it?
Yes.
And can you tell us about that decal?
There was a large black Under Armour logo. It appears like a U and an A that had a black box around those, the U and the A.
And the video that you saw, was the decal on the sweatshirt that Dakota Van Patten was wearing also big enough to be visible in that surveillance video?
Yes.
Clothing, shoes, knives, was there anything else that you located in the basement of this residence that you thought was pertinent to your investigation?
Yes.
What was that?
A bundle of Paracord style rope.
Paracord style rope?
Yes.
And when you say a bundle of it, can you recall approximately how many feet of cord was included in the bundle that was found?
I didn't do any research on the bundle itself. I only seized it and photographed and collected it.
Do you recall if it was still packaged or still had packaging material on it when you found it?
I don't believe it had packaging material on it, but it may have. I'm not sure.
When you found that paracord in the basement, did it appear to you that there was a, for lack of a better term, a section or a piece of it missing?
Yes.
Can you tell us why it appeared to you that something was missing from that board?
There was an end facing toward outward that appeared to have been cut or frayed.
And what do you mean by frayed?
There was pieces, specifically the cord was green. There were pieces of that green fabric sticking off of the cord.
The rope that was found down there in the basement, had you seen in any other part of this investigation something that was consistent in color, shape, size to the rope that you found in Van Patten's basement?
Yes.
And where did you see that rope?
I saw it in the Marion Police Department. It came out of a bag that was located in the back trunk area of McKinley's vehicle.
And were you present during the search of McKinley's vehicle or just saw the evidence that was collected from it later?
I was there for a portion of it.
And so, to be clear, in the trunk of McKinley's vehicle, there was a bag?
Yes.
Do you remember the specific color of that bag?
It was a light green.
And have you seen those types of bags before?
Yes, I have.
What types of bag was that light green bag that you're talking about?
It was a plastic bag and specifically they're passed out around the city of Cedar Rapids as the mayor's collect trash kind of promotion type of event.
And the bag that was in the trunk that had the rope in it was that type of trash pickup bag?
That's correct.
With the court's permission, Your Honor, I would like to publish the exhibits in the 13s that have been admitted by this court.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the case and the evidence against Dakota Van Patten. Let's bring in attorney Randolph Rice. Randolph was a prosecuting attorney for many years. Randolph, what do you think of this prosecution so far and how things are looking for Mr. Van Patten?
Well, it slowed down with Detective Pope. I wasn't super impressed by that. And here's what I might have done differently. I don't mean to be a Monday morning quarterback, but I would have actually brought all this evidence into court, the physical evidence, the machetes, the bag, the cord, and had those admitted early in the trial so I could use those as visuals. We learn by seeing things, and jurors need to be able to see these things throughout the trial to reinforce the state's case.
Yes, that would be something so smart to do, Randolph. I'm glad you brought it up. So thinking like that, and this is helpful insight. You know, it's just, look, trial advocacy, it's an art. People do it differently. But you're right. I mean, how impactful would this be to have it from the outset? I mean, look at that, just the size of that thing. It's chilling thinking about how this young lady was killed. In terms of proving the case, Randolph, do you think that the government's case is solid?
Oh, yeah. I think they have a great case. I mean, if you remember going back to McKinley Louise's case, you know, he points the finger at Van Patten and says Van Patten did all of this, right? So I anticipate we're going to hear from Louisa. He's maybe going to come into court and point the finger again, even though he's a convicted killer. You've got so many admissions. You've got so much DNA evidence. I mean, the state has an incredibly great case. I don't know how he's going to get out from underneath this one.
Right. You know, and I'm also kind of surprised that maybe Van Patten, I mean, who knows if he was in talks with the prosecutors. If the main culprit is Louisa, and he's convicted, it was his girlfriend, and he's the one that really had the most incentive and the most to gain by murdering that beautiful young lady. Well, I'm surprised one of the other guys wasn't used by these prosecutors to roll on him. I'm kind of surprised, unless they just felt, look, this case is so good, we don't need it. Maybe that's how they feel. What do you think, Randolph?
Yeah, Julie, I think you're exactly right. And I apologize. I said Louisa. It's Louisma.
No, you're fine.
I agree. Yeah, defense attorney for Van Patten should have gotten ahead of this and gone in early and said, hey, Van Patten will give you everything you want, unless the prosecutors in the Louisma case probably thought, and they did, obviously, they got a conviction, hey, we got this guy locked up. We don't need Van Patten. We'll get Louisma convicted, and then we'll go on to Van Patten, and we don't need the two of them to cooperate.
Right, right. Really helpful insight as always from you, Randolph Rice. We appreciate you. Thanks for coming on the show today. We'll see you soon. We're going to hit a break. Friends at home, go get some more coffee. I'm going to do that. I'll see you back here in just 4 minutes for more testimony in the Machete murder plot trial. Thanks so much for being with us on this Tuesday morning. I'm Julie Grant, and this is Court TV Live. We're in Iowa for the Machete murder plot trial. Boy, that's a mouthful. For defendant Dakota Van Patten. Court's going to resume any minute now. There's a 4-hour embargo in place, so what we have to do is show you what we've been able to film and broadcast, and we have to abide by the court rules. So as soon as we can show you the latest testimony from today, we will do that. This guy's accused of kidnapping and killing 20-year-old Melody Hoffman. This was back in February of 2024. He's one of 3 defendants charged in connection to her death. Her romantic partner, McKinley Louisma, already convicted, already serving a life sentence. And then there's a 3rd defendant, Logan Kimpton. He is awaiting his trial. Right now, let's get you back into the courtroom. We've got Investigator Michael Pope on the stand talking about the defendant's vehicle.
Can you tell us what agency provided you with the videos that you reviewed?
The Cedar Rapids Police Department.
And when you got those videos, were they voluminous? Were there a lot of them, or a lot of time that was covered?
Yes.
Can you tell us how it was that you narrowed down the time frame that you started to look for when you were watching those videos?
We started with knowing the time that the crash alert was sent via Melody's cell phone to her mother, and then we worked back from the location of where that phone was found on Edgewood and then on Collins Road.
At the time that you started reviewing these videos, had you also received and or reviewed what I keep referring to as the Quick Start video?
Yes.
Did that assist you in reviewing those cameras as well?
Yes.
And did you also have information at the point in time that you were reviewing these videos related to the data that was collected from the Life 360 app?
Yes.
Were all of those helpful in narrowing down locations and times?
Yes.
Will you show us, or first tell us approximately where the first location was that you were able to see Louisma's vehicle come into focus?
Do you mean on the night of the 17th or the morning of the 18th?
Chronologically, where did you see it come into focus first?
Collins Road and C Avenue, which I believe is somewhere around.
And when you saw that blue Accord come in, you said you saw it on C Avenue and Collins.
That's correct.
And can you tell us what the vehicle was doing or the direction it was facing? Tell us about where you viewed that.
It was approaching the stoplight at Collins and C Avenue. It was southbound on C Avenue, preparing to turn left or eastbound onto Collins Road.
And so playing that first video clip from 14.1, dated February 17th, 2024, 11:17:01 p.m. The blue Honda Accord in the left turning lane, is that the vehicle that you focused on and continued to focus on throughout these videos?
Yes, it is.
And the cross street going across this video is this Collins Road.
Yes.
And turning left would be heading east towards Marion.
That's correct.
Does that vehicle then continue eastbound from the C Avenue intersection eastbound towards Marion?
Yes.
I'm going to play you the second clip, same date, but timed 11/17/55. Can you tell us what this building is, kind of top center that's seen here?
I'm drawing a blank on it. It's the chicken tenders place. I can't think of the name.
Raising Cane's?
Raising Cane's, that's
okay. And so the vehicle that's seen where I have stopped the time at approximately 3 seconds into this clip, is that still the same blue Honda Accord?
Yes, it is.
And playing for you the third clip dated 11/18 even. The lone vehicle shown in this video clip, is that still the same Honda Accord?
Yes.
Still heading eastbound?
Yes.
At 11:18:36 p.m., do you know what intersection this is?
It's Collins, Northeast, and Twigstown Road.
Right by Lindale Mall?
Yes.
In fact, in this clip, is Best Buy visible on the right?
Yes, it is.
And the PetSmart visible on the left?
Yes.
The lights that are seen, as far as the traffic lights that are seen at the top center of this photograph, what intersection is that up there?
That is the intersection of Collins Road and First Avenue.
And so if we reference the map that I showed you, can you show us approximately where that intersection is located?
Near where the number 100 is.
Following Collins Road east through that intersection, do you see Melody Hoffman's address marked on this map in 1.1?
Yes, I do.
And so if at the intersection someone continued eastbound through that Collins Road, First Avenue intersection, is that a direct path to Melody Hoffman's home?
Yes, it is.
Looking at the timestamp, the second video that's timed 11:18:36, can you see the vehicle the defendant was in, the blue Honda Accord, now at the light?
Yes.